Have you ever experienced that curious moment when the same number keeps appearing on a receipt, a clock, or even a license plate? At first, it might seem like nothing more than a strange coincidence. But what if those numbers are trying to tell you something? What if they hold a hidden message that could unlock something profound? In a world that constantly pressures us to strive for more success, more wealth, more recognition, and bombards us with endless distractions, it's easy to lose touch with what truly matters. True abundance, real fulfillment, and deeper meaning often feel like distant concepts, just out of reach. But what if the key to your next breakthrough isn't in doing more or pushing harder, but in becoming more aware? What if the universe is already sending you the guidance you need, in the form of numbers, waiting for you to notice? In today's video, we're going to explore 6 powerful and transformative numbers that can offer you insight and guidance for April 7th, 2025. These numbers are not just mere coincidences or random figures, they are energetic signals deeply rooted in ancient spiritual wisdom, particularly the teachings of Buddhism. They carry with them the potential to help you realign with your higher self, to find balance in the midst of life's chaos, and to unlock prosperity in ways you may not have considered before. Each of these numbers is like a mirror reflecting the current state of your life, showing where things are in harmony and where they may need a bit of adjustment. Before we dive into these numbers and explore their deeper meanings, I'd like to invite you to actively engage in this journey. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notifications so you never miss an insightful update. But don't stop there. Take one simple yet powerful step. Leave a comment below saying, "I welcome growth and harmony into my life." This small intentional act sets the stage for transformation, signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive its guidance. It's not about waiting for things to align on their own. It's about choosing alignment right here and now, taking control of your path. By doing this, you are aligning yourself with the energy of abundance, growth, and wisdom. So, let's begin this journey together. Let's open ourselves to the wisdom these numbers have to offer and see how they can guide us to a life of deeper meaning, peace, and fulfillment. Number 6. Balance, patience, and the natural rhythm of life. When the number 6 keeps appearing in your life, it's not a coincidence. It's the universe reaching out to you, inviting you to slow down, ground yourself, and trust the unseen forces that are at work in your life. The energy of this number is deeply connected to cycles, subtle transformation, and the harmonious balance between giving and receiving. In the teachings of Buddhism, there's a profound understanding that everything is interconnected through the principle of cause and effect. This is what we know as karma. Every action you take, every thought you hold, plants a seed in the universe. However, like any garden, those seeds do not bloom instantly. They require time, nurturing, patience, and care to grow. That's the deeper wisdom that the number 6 brings into your life. You're likely to encounter the number 6 during times of transition, when one chapter of your life is coming to a close and another is waiting to begin, even though you may not yet fully comprehend how it will unfold. Just like seeds that are buried beneath the soil, growth is occurring quietly and steadily, even if it's not immediately visible. We live in a world that celebrates quick wins, immediate gratification, and instant success. But the number 6 asks you to tune into a different rhythm, the natural, unhurried pace of life. It calls for a slower, steadier, and more meaningful approach to your journey. Let me give you a real-life example to bring this energy into perspective. There was a woman named Rosa who had a dream of opening a small herbal shop. However, life had a way of putting obstacles in her path. Family responsibilities, limited savings, and self-doubt seemed to always get in the way. Despite this, every single day, Rosa dedicated 15 minutes to learning more about her craft, researching her ideas, and writing down her thoughts in a journal. 5 years went by, and just as she was beginning to wonder if her dream would ever come to fruition, an unexpected opportunity appeared. A close friend offered her a small free space in an old cafe to set up shop. It wasn't glamorous, but it was enough for her to start. Within just a year, Rosa's humble herbal shop blossomed into a local gem, beloved by her community. What had once seemed like slow progress was, in fact, the quiet unfolding of something incredibly special. This is the essence of number 6. Every effort you make, no matter how small, no matter how unnoticed it may seem, holds great value. The Buddha once said, "If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your own path." This is the essence of balance. Number 6 invites you to both give and receive, to act with purpose and to trust in the process, to rest and to grow. It also raises an important question. Where in your life do you need more balance? Perhaps you're giving too much of yourself and feeling drained as a result. Or maybe you've been waiting, unsure of when to take action. Number 6 reminds you that both action and stillness have their rightful place in your life. It's a reminder that both effort and trust are required on your journey. The next time you see the number 6 on a clock, a receipt, or even a license plate, take a moment to pause and breathe. Reflect on the question. What seeds am I planting today? Am I honouring the natural pace of my personal journey? The truth is, the things that are meant to endure, the things that truly matter, take time to unfold. You are not behind. You are exactly where you need to be. Trust in the process and honour your quiet, consistent efforts. And always remember, the universe sees what others often overlook. Keep moving forward with patience and faith in the rhythm of life. Number 44, building dreams, one step at a time. When the number 44 repeatedly shows up in your life, it's no coincidence. It's a powerful message. Unlike the gentle, introspective energy of the number 6, 44 is bold, grounded, and full of determination. It calls you to take consistent, focused action, urging you to build your dreams, one step at a time. This number is about structure, discipline, and the quiet strength that arises from showing up every day, no matter how small the task may seem. In the teachings of Buddhism, there's a concept called right effort, or samavayama, which is about applying the right energy in the right direction without rushing or forcing things. This is the essence of the number 44. It asks you to keep going, even when the path ahead isn't clear, and to put in the work, even when you don't see immediate results. It challenges you to ask yourself, will you persist, even when the fruits of your labour aren't visible? Will you continue to move forward when others don't yet understand your vision? Let's take the story of Elias, a humble woodworker who had a dream to build a sanctuary high in the mountains. With no money and no one to help, he worked alone, one step at a time. Every day he laid one brick, carved one stone, and cut one plank, slowly and steadily, without any recognition or external validation. For 10 years his progress went unnoticed, but eventually that quiet, determined work paid off. Ilias's small sanctuary grew into a place of peace and healing, visited by hundreds. It wasn't about quick rewards or instant results. It was the result of 10 years of unwavering commitment to his vision, brick by brick. This is the teaching of 44. Real success isn't about rushing to the finish line. It's built slowly, patiently, one small action at a time. You don't need the entire plan laid out before you, just the courage to take the first step, the patience to keep moving forward, and the faith to trust that, in time, the pieces will come together. Ask yourself, what dream have you abandoned because it didn't materialize quickly enough? What project, vision, or purpose deserves your renewed commitment and persistent effort? The number 44 doesn't promise shortcuts or easy paths. It offers the shovel and the building blocks to create your future, piece by piece. It's a reminder that your dreams are worth the time and effort it takes to build them, no matter how long it may take. Next time you see the number 44, whether it's on a street sign, a receipt, or a license plate, take a moment to reflect on where you can apply the steady, persistent energy of this number in your own life. Take the next step toward your dreams, even if it's just a small one, because ultimately, those small steps are what lead to monumental transformations. Number 11, intuition and the call to awaken. The number 11 carries a quiet yet powerful invitation. It calls you to awaken to a higher state of consciousness. Unlike louder, more overt signs, 11 doesn't demand attention. It whispers, gently urging you to pause, listen, and connect with the deeper truths that reside within. It's a number that asks you to tune in to the subtle guidance that has always been there, just beneath the surface. In Buddhist teachings, the number 11 aligns with sati, mindfulness, and sampajana, clear comprehension. These teachings encourage you to break free from autopilot mode, to stop distracting yourself from the truth that lies within you, and to truly hear the quiet voice of your intuition. When the number 11 appears in your life, it's often a sign that you're ready to step out of the fog and into clarity, to shed old patterns and begin living with more awareness and intention. Take the story of Andre, a successful corporate worker who, despite his achievements, felt an undeniable ache inside. He had everything many people dream of: a good job, financial stability, and external success. But something was missing. One day, Andre noticed the number 11 appearing repeatedly around him, on clocks, street signs, and even receipts. At first, he brushed it off, but over time, he couldn't ignore it. He paused, took a moment to reflect, and in that stillness, he made a life-changing decision. He quit his corporate job and started a non-profit. He later said, "It wasn't the number itself that made the difference. It was that I finally stopped to listen." Number 11 represents the master number of intuition. It's the call to awaken to your higher self and to align your life with your truth. Buddha once said, "The trouble is, you think you have time." The number 11 arrives to remind you that the time to act is now. It's a reminder that clarity is available to you, but you must be present, conscious, and willing to listen to what your soul is trying to tell you. The next time you see the number 11, whether on a clock, a sign, or in any other form, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I living in alignment with my true purpose? What is my soul trying to tell me? 11 is not just a number, it's a call to awaken to your deeper truth and take the necessary steps to live a life that resonates with your inner wisdom. Number 3, the sacred triad of stability and flow. At first glance, the number 3 might seem simple, even ordinary, but spiritually, it holds profound significance. In Buddhism, The number 3 represents the three jewels: the Buddha, the enlightened one, the Dharma, the teachings, and the Sangha, the community. These three elements are foundational to the spiritual journey, essential for walking the path toward awakening and enlightenment. The number 3 is a symbol of balance, harmony, and flow. Life, in its essence, is not meant to be lived in extremes. It is meant to be experienced in a rhythm that integrates both effort and rest, thought and emotion, action and being. Number 3 invites you to find this balance, to acknowledge the dance between the active and the passive, between doing and simply being. Consider the story of Maria, a nurse and single mother who found herself constantly burnt out, giving everything to others and nothing to herself. One day, she saw the number 333 on the clock, then again on a receipt, and later, on her parking ticket. Each time she saw it, the message felt clearer. She had been neglecting her own well-being. In that moment of realization, Maria began to set boundaries, carving out time for herself and reconnecting with her passions and hobbies. Over time, her life didn't get busier, it became richer and more fulfilling. She learned that the key to true abundance wasn't in doing more, but in honoring the sacred balance of her own needs and desires. Number 3 asks a critical question. Where in your life are you out of balance? What part of yourself have you been neglecting in the pursuit of other things? In Buddhism, balance is not merely about comfort, it's the path to liberation. The middle way is the way of peace, the way of inner freedom. Balance is the foundation upon which spiritual growth rests. So, the next time you see the number 3, whether it's on a clock, a street sign, or a receipt, take a moment to pause and reflect. Are you honoring the sacred balance of mind, body, and soul? Are you nurturing the different aspects of your life with equal care and attention? Number 3 is a reminder that life is not about extremes. It's about finding that sweet spot of flow where everything aligns with harmony and purpose. By tuning into this balance, you open yourself to a life of greater peace, deeper connection, and a more profound sense of fulfillment. Number 55. Transformation, courage, and trusting the unknown. When the number 55 begins to show up repeatedly in your life, it's a powerful and unmistakable sign that transformation is not only near, it's already underway. This number doesn't simply nudge you toward change. It pushes you, urging you to embrace the unknown and step forward with courage, even if the future is unclear or intimidating. In Buddhism, the concept of impermanence, anicca, is a central teaching. It reminds us that everything is in constant flux, constantly changing. Holding on to the past, whether it's past successes, failures, or experiences, only leads to suffering. But embracing change, accepting the ebb and flow of life, brings freedom. Number 55 carries this energy of impermanence, challenging you to evolve even when the process feels uncomfortable, chaotic, or uncertain. Consider the story of David, a retired firefighter who, after leaving his career, found himself stuck in a rut. Despite having served his community for many years, he struggled to find a new sense of purpose. One day, while attending a meditation class, he noticed the number 55 appearing over and over again, on clocks, signs, and even in the numbers around him. It was as if the universe was sending him a clear message. Transformation doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It calls you to act. Inspired by the message, David decided to enroll in a youth mentorship program. What began as an uncertain step into the unknown turned into a new chapter of his life, filled with purpose and fulfillment. Through the process, David realized that transformation is not about having everything figured out. It's about trusting the process and being willing to move forward despite the fear and uncertainty. Number 55 presents a challenge. What change have you been resisting? What transformation have you been avoiding due to fear, uncertainty, or the comfort of staying in the known? Remember, true courage isn't about being fearless. It's about taking steps forward, even when fear is present. It's about trusting that the universe is guiding you, even when the path ahead is obscured. The energy of 55 encourages you to embrace change, knowing that it's the key to growth. The universe rewards those who trust the process and step into the unknown with an open heart and mind. So, when you see 55 in your life, ask yourself, what transformation am I being called to? Where in my life am I resisting change? And what would happen if I chose to embrace it? Trust that the universe has a plan for you, and that transformation is not just a destination. It's part of the journey. So, what does it really mean to be rich? According to the Buddha, wealth is found in the simplicity of a contented mind, in the richness of compassionate relationships, and in the fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with your highest values. When you focus on these, you may find that you are wealthier than you ever imagined, no matter what's in your bank account. Number 33. Compassion and growth through service. When the number 33 shows up in your life, it's a profound reminder that true strength isn't measured by what you accumulate for yourself, but by what you offer to others. This number is an invitation to live with deep compassion and service, to embody the roles of teacher, healer, and guide. It calls you to connect with the world around you, not for personal gain, but to make a positive impact on others. In Buddhism, karuna, compassion, and metta, loving-kindness, are two of the 4 immeasurables, qualities that help lead us toward enlightenment. But compassion is not a passive feeling. It is an active, transformative force. Compassion moves us to act. It drives us to serve, to heal, and to offer what we can, even when we have little to give. The energy of 33 reminds you that true spiritual growth comes through the service of others, and that by helping others, we help ourselves. Consider the story of Eleanor, a widow who found herself struggling with loneliness after the death of her husband. Instead of sinking deeper into her sorrow, she decided to begin baking bread for her neighbours. At first, it was a small, anonymous act of kindness, just a loaf of bread delivered to someone in need. Over time, however, her simple act grew into something much more. The joy she gave through her bread rippled out, bringing healing and connection to those around her. But something remarkable happened to Eleanor in the process. The act of giving brought her own heart back to life. Her loneliness transformed into a life filled with purpose and connection. Number 33 asks a crucial question. How can you be a light for others, even in your own darkness? How can you turn your pain into someone else's comfort? Service in the truest sense is not one-sided. It's not just about helping others. It's also about healing yourself through the act of giving. When you offer love, kindness, or support to those in need, you create a space for your own healing to take place. The act of serving others can be the very thing that brings you closer to your own wholeness. So the next time you see the number 33, reflect on how you can embody compassion and service in your own life. How can you share your light with others, even when you may feel like you have little to give? Remember, The energy of 33 reminds us that when we give, we also receive. Compassion, kindness, and service are the pathways through which we grow and heal, not only as individuals, but as a collective. The Buddhist path to true wealth. In a world that constantly measures success by money and material possessions, it's easy to get caught up in the chase for external wealth. But what if true wealth isn't something you can accumulate, but something you cultivate from within? The Buddha once said, "Health is the greatest gift, contentment is the greatest wealth, faithfulness is the best relationship." These words remind us that true wealth is not defined by material things, but by the richness of our inner lives, our peace of mind, clarity of heart, and meaningful actions. In Buddhist philosophy, wealth is viewed through a lens that transcends the physical and material. It isn't measured in bank accounts or possessions, but in the depth of our contentment and the integrity with which we live. True wealth is about living in harmony with our values, choosing to embody kindness, mindfulness, and integrity in every aspect of our lives. When we align with these values, we naturally create a life that attracts abundance, not just in material terms, but in emotional fulfillment and spiritual peace. Living in alignment with your true self means acting with intention, honoring your purpose, and letting go of the need to constantly strive for external markers of success. When you focus on cultivating inner peace, being present with your relationships, and engaging with the world mindfully, prosperity tends to flow more effortlessly. Success is no longer something you chase, but something you attract by being true to yourself. In the Buddhist view, wealth is not a destination. It's a state of being. True abundance comes from a place of inner clarity, contentment, and mindfulness. It's about creating a life where you are aligned with what truly matters, where you cultivate peace, compassion, and purpose in every step you take. And when you live this way, prosperity often follows naturally, not because you're chasing it, but because you've created the conditions for it to thrive. The inner formula for abundance: karma, mindfulness, letting go, and generosity. True wealth doesn't begin with material possessions or financial gain. It begins within. It's a state of being, an inner alignment that reflects outwardly into every aspect of our lives. This formula for abundance is built on 4 powerful principles: karma, mindfulness, letting go, and generosity. When we embody these principles, we create the conditions for a life that is rich in both material and spiritual abundance. Karma teaches us that every action we take, every thought we nurture, and every intention we set plants a seed that will eventually bear fruit. In Buddhism, karma is not just about rewards and punishments. It's about the interconnectedness of all things. What we put into the world, whether positive or negative, returns to us in ways we often cannot predict. True wealth comes from planting good seeds, making choices that align with integrity, kindness, and compassion. Each positive action, no matter how small, builds the foundation for the abundance that will follow. Mindfulness is the second key to unlocking true wealth. By living with awareness, we open ourselves to the present moment, allowing us to appreciate the richness of life as it unfolds. Mindfulness means being fully present in our thoughts, words, and actions, cultivating clarity and focus. When we live mindfully, we become more attuned to the blessings already in our lives and are better able to create conditions for future prosperity. Letting go is often one of the most challenging aspects of the path to abundance. Letting go of attachment to material things, past regrets, or future anxieties frees us from the grasp of fear and scarcity. It's not about relinquishing our goals or desires, it's about releasing the unhealthy attachment to outcomes and trusting that life will unfold as it is meant to. When we let go of our attachment to what should be, we open ourselves to receive what actually is, and in doing so, we align ourselves with the flow of abundance. Generosity is the final element of the inner formula for abundance. When we give freely, we tap into the deep well of universal abundance. Generosity isn't just about material giving, it's about offering our time, our attention, our love, and our compassion. Generosity creates a cycle of flow. What we give comes back to us, often in unexpected ways. Giving isn't just a way to benefit others. It's a powerful means of enriching our own lives. So ask yourself, am I planting good seeds today? Am I giving freely without expectation? Am I acting with integrity and mindfulness in every moment? The path to true wealth isn't about accumulating more. It's about recognizing and aligning with the abundance that's already present in your life. When you live from this place of clarity, compassion, and generosity, true prosperity follows naturally. It's not something you have to chase. It's something you invite into your life by simply being the person you were always meant to be. Your journey to mindful prosperity. True success is not measured by external wealth or material possessions. It is found in the richness of your inner world. The numbers you've encountered, 6, 44, 11, 3, 55, and 33, are not mere coincidences or random symbols. They are invitations, each one offering a unique message to guide you on your journey. These numbers call you to align your actions with deeper wisdom, to cultivate peace, patience, and generosity in every step you take. When your inner world is aligned with these principles, your outer world will naturally reflect that harmony. Abundance is not about acquiring more, it's about becoming more mindful, more compassionate, more present, and more generous. It's about creating a life that is rooted in your true values, one that attracts the prosperity that comes from living authentically. So, ask yourself, what kind of wealth do I truly want to create? What does true prosperity look like for me? And how can I begin planting those seeds today through my actions, my thoughts, my relationships? Every small step you take toward living in alignment with your true self is a step toward the abundance that awaits you. If this video has sparked something within you, don't let this moment fade. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so we can continue growing and learning together. Let's make this journey one of continuous self-discovery and mindful prosperity. And remember, wealth begins within. Choose it today and every day.